said anything. He might not have heard the end of that one. Well, no one did. Oh, yeah, probably not. Okay. All right. So I got that. Yeah, we're live. Okay, we'll talk about it afterwards. You ready to start recording? Oh. Oh my. Okay, yeah. That'll be a discussion while I'm editing at the end. All right, ready? So it is Monday morning, and your weekend has come and gone. So now that the weekend is over, you're probably sitting there thinking to yourself, how was their weekend? What's coming out in the movies and video games? How was game hunting? And why is he podcasting from his kitchen? Well, let's find out. If I can remember which of these things I was actually going to... Oh, here we go. So I'm hoping it's just on your end. It all sounds fine on my end. You're a little janky this morning. Like, your sound is fine, but your head is moving a little janky. By Campbell's cereal? The cereal that you eat in your soup. Dave, it's Monday. It's morning. I just got done taking my kids to school because my wife's out of town till tonight. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. What is that? Hold on a second. He says, I don't hear Dave. No, I have you on the recording. Here, let's pause the recording for a second. Now that the music fades out, pause the recording. Let's find out why you would not. Oh, you know what? I wonder. Dave, let's be honest here. Johnny sounds loud. Dave is silent. Okay, let's. Ben says, Ben, you know my kitchen. Live. Okay, let me see if I can figure out what might. Do y'all hear Ben at all? Or do y'all hear Dave at all? You can't hear Ben. He's just typing. Start talking, Dave. So oh, here, let's try this. Hold on a second. Hold on. Did y'all hear the music? Okay, here, let's try this.
I'm Dave Moore in Jonny Casino.
Okay, now do y'all hear him? Burp, Dave, Jim says. Okay, let's see if they hear you now.
I'm pulling it up now.
Burp, Dave, Jim says.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I was this is what I have to remember, and we'll get into this in the show. Okay, we're good now.
Okay, great.
Ready?
I don't forget where we were.
That's okay, because we're back. We're back. We had to take a pause. We had an audio break there for a second. Here's what was going on. And I'll get into this after I hit my Sean ass pounding button. But I've taken apart my studio, put it back together twice yesterday, and
apparently I need to go back and check all my settings afterwards because it sees that something's not connected and then it sees that it is connected, I guess. And so it like resets the audio input into this. Now I might sound a bit different. I might sound echoey. Do I sound echoey, Dave?
You do sound a little bit echoey, but it's the room you're in.
Yeah. And so I'm hoping it won't be that way in the next room. We'll get to that. Oh, you know what?
I'll help you if you have that problem. We will. It's easy to fix. It's actually an easy fix.
Yeah. Well, here, let's get into this. Ready? Hold on. And once again, helps if I turn up the sound first.
My ass took a pounding this weekend.
All right, let's talk about our weekends, Dave.
Sure. How was your weekend?
So let's start with what's going on right here. Why I'm echoey. Why you see my kitchen behind me. I did put, as I pointed out to Dave, I guess it's over this shoulder here. I did put my little amiibo stand up there to distract y'all from my kitchen.
I want one of those.
My wife gave it to me. Here's the problem: it only holds so many. So on it right now, I have Goomba, Yoshi, the Koopa Troopa, Toad, and then my 2 8-bit Marios. Mm-hmm. But I don't have Mario. I don't have Luigi. I don't have any of the princesses. So when I get them, like, there's only so many stands for them, right? So some of them will have to come off.
There's only room for like one more.
No, there's room for no more.
Well, you could put one on that side after the jump down.
Yeah, I could take the flag off and then take that top layer off, and I could actually fit 2 more if I wanted to. Like, I can rearrange those. They don't have to be set up like that.
Right.
So anyway, I don't know. I'll just start putting them in front of it. So here's the thing, right? So we were going to get the doors put on, get the dining room turned into my studio. And finally, yesterday, I texted my wife. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to move everything into there. I've got one night show before I have to move everything out anyway, because my mother-in-law is coming to stay again. I move everything in there, set it all up. So I took apart all my computer stuff. I moved it all downstairs to the room. I put it on my new desk. It fits a lot nicer because the desk is a little bit bigger. I do all these things. I set it up. I put some amiibo down there, my 2 Pikmin amiibo and my Waluigi. I've got my Super Nintendo Classic, my Nintendo Classic, both sitting there. I got it all set up nice and pretty the way I like it. I run all the wires. I do an internet check, and I'm getting like 0.5 download speed.
Oh, no.
Because I'm in this dead spot. So I go online. I start searching, and I come across what I ended up ordering. Huh?
Euros?
No. I've looked at those before.
I've looked at those too, and they're just too expensive. Company who makes those, Euro.
Oh, that's 100% why I didn't do it before.
That's the only thing wrong with them. They're just too expensive. It's. I believe them that they work really great, but they are overpriced.
Yeah, no.
And if you're listening to this show and you would like to sponsor Forget Being Cool, please contact John at dayspace.com and understand that in the event that you would like to give them to us for free, I will stop saying that they're overpriced.
You're black. You are blackmailing a company in a way that they just don't care. So what I found though is these things is made by TP-Link, which is the company that makes my router, which is what I was trying to look for, something with the same brand, although in this case it doesn't matter. And
I have a Netgear repeater.
So if I had gotten a repeater, I would have definitely gotten the same brand, because that's what everyone says. Get the same brand where they work better together, blah, blah, blah. But what I got is this thing, you put it in the wall, like you plug it into your electrical socket. Mm-hmm. It actually has a socket on the other side of it, so it kind of, like, you don't lose that socket by using this. Mm-hmm. And it's got 3 inputs on it. So you take it going from your internet into there, and then it sends the signal throughout your house through the electrical wiring. And then you put another one in the other room and plug it in, and then hardwire that to your computer. Mm-hmm. And it's
this is kind of how my repeater works. It's got a port on it that runs through there, and then it's over here. So this is actually, it's pulling the signal from the router downstairs, I guess.
Yeah, but is it doing it through your electrical wiring, or is it doing it through wireless?
Oh, it's broadcasting the signal over again.
Okay, and that's what I was initially looking at. But this one, it's almost like having the internet wires going through your house.
No, that's cool.
So yeah, and it's a gigabyte. It's a gigabyte one, right? So it's better, one of the higher end ones, which is what I need. And and it has good reviews. And it turns out a buddy of mine down the street uses one for his security system.
Oh,
And he says it works really well. You know, Sean had messaged me, he had his concerns. I don't have another way to do it.
I have small concerns. If it works, it's a good temporary fix, but
If it works, it could be a good permanent fix because if it works the way it's supposed to, like it could be a better connection than wireless.
well, it's always going to be a better connection than wireless.
Well, that's the only option I have. Like I can't run a modem to that other room and trying to like
this is why having a basement is really nice, because you run all the cables into the basement, and then you're free to run, wired internet wherever you would like in the house, because everything's on the first floor usually, right? The only place that needs Wi-Fi is the upstairs, like me.
Yeah, no, and I've missed the opportunity to run the Cat 5 cables throughout the whole house. Like I could have had that done. I should have had that done.
I will never, given the opportunity again in my life, I will never not have that done. Never not. Hashtag double negatives.
Hashtag double negatives. So anyway, here's the upside also, is I'm hoping that if this works the way it's supposed to, I will have my Xbox, two of my TVs, and my computer effectively hardwired.
I'm excited to see how this goes for you.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is it comes in tonight, so I will play with it tomorrow.
If it goes well, I want to put this in my living room and run all my consoles wired.
Yeah, and like I said, it was like $55 or something like that on Amazon. It wasn't bad. But anyway, in theory, if this works the way it's supposed to, I will have an easier time playing my Xbox on my computer when I need to, and also hooking up playing my Steam games on my TV through the Steam app that I have on the TV.
Whoa.
So, like, these are the possibilities if this thing works the way it's supposed to.
And if it doesn't and works mediocre, it'll probably still solve the problem to have you do the show.
Yeah. If it doesn't work well enough to do the show, I'm sending them back and I'll figure something else out. But I didn't like the way the repeaters worked, like the Wi-Fi repeaters. I didn't like the way they worked, and I was also worried about where I'd put them. Like, I've heard great things, but because of the way the design of my house and because of like why that's a dead spot right there, like I was worried about where I'd be able to put them to make it not a dead spot anymore.
Do you know why it's a dead spot?
I think it's just the way the walls are, the distance.
Yeah, so there's my office. My office is a dead spot as well. The reason is because the router's in the front of the house.
Yeah.
And it's broadcasting through this wall that's literally right behind me, that's like laundry chutes. So there's just metal in the center of this wall.
Oh, yeah.
So it blocks everything to this room, and the room below it are exactly the same. Dead zone, no reason why. The kitchen's fine, which is, parallel the other way, because it doesn't have to go through this, this big sheet of metal.
Yeah.
All I did is the repeater isn't literally directly out there into the kitchen. So it, the microwave is plugged into that extra plug. But then I just run an Ethernet cable from here straight out to the kitchen when I'm doing the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
It works. It's a okay solution. If I ever do this again, I'll put the office back on the other side of the house. Where it was when I designed the house.
Where it was when I designed the house.
I will run Ethernet cable and have Ethernet jacks on every single wall of every single room if I ever build a house.
Yeah, so I thought about that. I just realized.
I mean that. I seriously mean that. If I were ever to build a house, not only would I follow the crazy we're gonna need electrical everywhere rule that they started in the early 2000s, where they're like, you should have an electrical outlet every 6 feet. I probably will also follow that rule, as well as putting Ethernet jack on every single wall.
Dave, I'm going to try something real quick.
Okay.
I want you to tell me if you still hear me okay.
Okay.
You still hear me okay, Dave?
Yes, John, I still hear you.
I just, once again, another... I didn't go through all my settings when I moved everything. I'm surprised you weren't hearing yourself this whole time.
I wasn't.
That's weird.
Did we have the echo problem again?
No.
No.
I gotta quit moving stuff around. Anyways, long story long. I will be moving everything back hopefully tonight or tomorrow after I test this thing out. And hopefully
It's
it all
very
works
long.
well. Yeah. Okay, Dave.
I'm excited you moved your studio.
I am too. I'm gonna go buy the doors today, either today or tomorrow. It should be today, provided me and the door guy can like lock our free time at the same moment. But I'm gonna go buy the doors. He'll have all the measurements, and he's gonna start building the stuff. And hopefully, within the next 2 weeks, I'll have everything up and done.
Whoa. How are you gonna do the show in there without the doors?
It's only gonna be one night show.
Oh, that's fine.
And that's if we don't get it done in time. It'll only be one night show. And if
It's okay. Ryan can make an appearance. It'll be great. He has a YouTube channel. We'll interview him.
Well, normally they're gone during the day, right? So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And there's only like the one doorway, and it's on the other side. Like it's not behind me. It's gonna be like what I would be seeing.
Speaking of night shows.
Yeah.
I know it's a programming note. We're doing a night show Friday, right? That's how this show works, right?
No,
No? Okay.
it's a morning show Friday.
Okay, good.
Why?
I don't know. I just couldn't remember. I can't remember your schedule, John.
That's why I always tell you.
I know. Nobody does. Nobody understands this show schedule.
Okay.
Only John does, guys.
No, that's
A
true.
secret. Not even a member of the show knows how this show works.
Dave,
Yes, John.
I did some gaming this weekend.
Cool.
So
I think I'm putting off gaming just a little bit because I'm ready for Mario.
I understand that.
I think I'm ready for maybe what might be my favorite game of all time based on what I've seen. And I'm just gonna hold off a little bit.
Peter Pan 5354. Peter Pan 5354. That's amusing for some reason. Hi.
Hi.
I love it when people just pop up in the Twitch chat. I don't know if I said hi to Sean earlier. Sean said we could start the show because he's here. Okay, let's get a little more hype here. I did some gaming this weekend. My wife's been out of town. Jeremy Good messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I'm available. You want to play?" It's like, "Yeah." So we get on Splatoon. We realize that we cannot figure out how to chat with each other because we're not going to use the app. I couldn't get him into the indie podcast Discord because
I just hate Discord. I just hate it. It's too confusing. I don't know how to get people into it. I don't know how to organize. I just don't want it in my life. It's okay.
Okay, so first of all,
if somebody says come join the chat that's like already existed, it's fine. I'll do it. But I'm never gonna like actively set up the Discord communications.
Okay, Discord's not that hard, but you have to have a connection with the person already, right? And we didn't. And I tried to send him a link, and the link is expired or something. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't make it work. So eventually we're like, okay, well, let's just Skype. I'll have my computer out. We'll just Skype. Which apparently we weren't contacts on Skype. And I realized that every time I've ever talked to him, it's been over Hangouts. So he comes in. So he and I are talking. We're playing Splatoon. We're hanging out.
Could have said about Hangout.
We could have. But we're talking, hanging out, whatever. And we're talking about video games we have ordered. And and recently I made a decision that I'm going to put a hold on ordering indie games because I have Mario Odyssey coming out. I have a bunch of games in my backlog. I have games ordered. So I still have Rhyme ordered and It'll Do 2 is ordered. But I keep like looking at my Switch and seeing Axiom Verge, and I'm like, I'm kind of getting more into that Metroid-ish thing. It's kind of fun. And I was like, no, I'm not going to get that. And I see Azura Gunstriker or Gunvolt or whatever it's called. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. I'm trying to play some more stuff like that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And so, going through this, so we're starting to talking, and next thing you know, we get in this conversation about how he has these games pre-ordered. And the next thing you know, Dave, between matches, I've got my Best Buy app out and I'm pre-ordering the Axiom Verge and Azura Gunstrike. And I think it's that one of those two for like $8 more. I mean, this is all discounted because it's through the Gamer Club, but for like $8 more, it comes with a poster that has the map and like a DVD that has like a documentary about making it and the game. There might have been something else in there, and so I'm just like pre-ordering. So now I've got like 5 physical Switch games pre-ordered. All right,
John, this is what happened to me this month with like not buying South Park. Is I just like had bought all these Amiibo, and I bought Odyssey, and I bought the Super Nintendo, and I'm just like, all right, I gotta draw the line. I gotta just there's got to be a cutoff at some point, John. You're gonna go over the line of buying too many video games. You're not even gonna play these. I bet you anything. We like 2 years from now, it'll be like Sheldon forgot. You're like, I'm playing Streaker Gun Vault 2 or whatever the heck it is.
Heck yeah, dude. But see, here's the thing, and this is what I was talking about. It's like right now I'm collecting all this old stuff. Right? I'm getting back. I took a few months break. I'm getting back into recollecting the old stuff. Eventually, this is going to be the old stuff.
Right.
And I will have it already.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself when I buy new games and I don't get to play them. Eventually, this will be old and then I can play it.
Oh, so I have that stuff ordered. Also, so Ben came over yesterday, and he came over. I was cooking dinner. So I got kind of that stuff out of the way and got the kids fed and stuff. And we sat down. I'm like, Ben, I have a game I need you to play. He's like, all right, what you got? I'm like, you're going to play Fortnite's Battle Royale. So I handed him the controller. He kind of, I told him a few things of what to do. I knew he could figure it out. He starts playing this. And then he and I kind of go back and forth. And there was a point at which I had made it further than he had. I'd gotten to like number 17. Like 2 times later, he gets to like number 5. And then we just watched the rest of the battle. And these people must play this game all the time. Like they're throwing up walls like super fast and building these things around them. And oh, it was nuts. But had a lot of fun. So one thing I'm trying to do today is we're going to try to play that together. And now he and I are both so pumped for some PUBG.
Yeah. No, that game's going to be cool, dude.
Oh, man.
What's your hype level for Odyssey? We should talk about this because it comes out Friday.
Hype level for... I don't think I have a lot of hype level. I think... I mean, I'm excited to play it. I will play it at least some day one.
Yeah.
Provided it gets here before I head to work that night.
We will do this show and then hopefully it'll be here. But
why?
I have to go to work that day.
Yeah, but it's not going to be here till like the afternoon.
Yeah, I know. Screw Amazon's freaking shipping.
Screw
What
their,
things?
screw
What
their
did
shipping.
ship? I bet you it
Screw
gets
shipping.
delayed. I bet you I get it on like Tuesday next week.
That would suck, and I would feel really bad. But like for me, like, I don't have
Let's
the
talk
need.
about Splatoon and my amiibos that all show
I
up
know,
right now.
I
And
know.
then my Super Nintendo Mini Classic Edition.
But I don't have a need to dive into that game like instantly. Like I don't need to do that.
I think I do.
And so if it
I need a solid new 3D collectathon platformer.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
oh no, it 100% will be what it is. And this is another game where like I'm to the point where I'm like I think I might try to go a lot more hardcore in collecting things in this than I normally do. So I mean I'm excited. But I've got so much other stuff that I'm trying to play right now. You know,
It's gonna be fun, John.
it will. And also, it's going to give me a reason to bring the Switch to bed every night again.
This
'Cause
might be the best game I've ever played.
It could be. I
That's
mean,
where-
the
that's-
reviews are
that's-
saying good things. So,
That scares me that's where my hype level is because I feel like I'm doomed for disappointment.
I don't think so. Like, if we had not heard anything, then I would say be careful. I mean, still, it's a Mario game, so
but-
odds are in their favor it's going to be good.
But Edge magazine saying it's a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean anything to me.
But it means it's not going to be terrible, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So I would say I would say don't worry, right? This is one you probably don't have to worry about. And I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited. And I have besides playing Splatoon, I haven't played on my Switch in a while.
No, same.
And it's because I mean I'm playing a game on my computer right now for the Sheldon Forgotten stuff. I'm playing.
I played Sonic Mania a little bit but you're right. I haven't touched my Switch in a little while.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just charging on the dock.
yeah. Well, and part of that for me is just like because I have so many things all over the place.
Yeah.
I have to. I mean, I gotta figure it all out, and and I'm just all over the place. But speaking of that, Dave,
Yes, John Casino.
I did some game hunting this weekend.
I got to know about this. How'd it go?
Oh no, Sean said he played Rabbids on the bus ride yesterday, and he doesn't know. That's disappointing. And here's the thing: go on my little Rabbids rant for a second.
Wait. He doesn't know. He doesn't know if Rabbids is good.
I think he doesn't know how he feels about it. Now, here's what I'm going to say: that game is not for everyone, right? So if someone tells me they don't like it, I get it. Like I'm not going to like bash them for that, right?
That's why I didn't buy it because I just know I won't like it.
But like I absolutely loved it. And I actually let Ben borrow it when he's out of town. He actually still has it right now. And he played through the first 2 worlds and he's absolutely loving it. So there is a market for that game of people who will think it's one of the greatest things they've played in a long, long time.
I think it's just going to be just okay.
Yeah. So Sean says he liked it, just not addicted. I got addicted. I wanted to just keep playing that nonstop. And I did. And now I put it down for a while. I'm going to go back and try to finish up some more of the challenges. The challenges get hard. The game itself never gets super, super hard, but the challenges get tough.
I don't think I want to play it. I'm just not going to play it. You know why? Because it's not going to be fun.
That's fine. It might not be for you, Dave, and that's fine. Like, I will not say this game is for everyone. I do.
Yep. Everybody's hype level around it makes me want to buy it and try it. But it's a Nintendo game, so it's not worth the price of entry if I don't like it.
That's true.
Because it will never go down. Like it's never going to be a $20 game, and because of that, I will never buy it.
I can definitely see it being a possibility.
If it ever was like, if I saw it for $30, I'd buy it.
Who is KK Ant K?
I don't know.
Oh, they're here.
Hi.
In the Twitch. Okay. So I went game hunting and I was hyped and yet prepared for disappointment. Right? What I wanted was to at least find things to look at that I thought were cool, even if I couldn't find the games I wanted or whatever. And for the first about 2.5 hours of my trip, I was insanely disappointed because I went out, I stopped by a couple of pawn shops. They actually had some stuff, but pawn shops are starting to look at eBay for their pricing, and they're trying to charge eBay prices at pawn shops, and that's bullshit. Like, no, I will not buy something from a pawn shop at eBay price.
Yeah, this thing where pawn shops and stuff have figured out that, you know, eBay is a thing and Amazon's a thing, and you can look up things on the internet, has kind of ruined it.
It has. Especially in the video game world, it 100% has.
They're not supposed to know the value of stuff. That's why it's fun.
Not that, but they're supposed to undervalue things. They're supposed to, hey, you're selling something to a pawn shop, you're probably not going to get the actual value you should out of it, right? There are other ways, but here's a quick buck turnaround. And then they sell it for some other price. And now granted, there are some nice pawn shops out there, but in theory, a pawn shop has that like thing around it where it's kind of a shady place. And I'm not going to pay full price at a shady place. So I did that, went in a few of those. I tried to find a couple of antique and some resale shops. Oh, by the way, the background noise is going to be a lot more this episode because I have a kegerator right beside me and it just kicked on.
It's all right. I barely hear it.
Oh, good. So I went to a couple retail shops and stuff like that, and they were good. Like I looked around them, it was interesting, but just nothing. Like either didn't have stuff or the prices were wrong or whatever. I almost bought a bunch of 8-tracks because they were just cool. If I had an old 8-track player, or if I could stumble across one for real cheap somewhere, I will go back and pick up a bunch of 8-tracks because I just think it's cool.
I would do that too. I'm with you.
It's funny.
I've never actually played an 8-track in my life.
Oh, really?
Do you know that? Like, I've never actually like held one and played it.
Okay. Well, okay. First of all, like the last time I played one I was maybe 10 years old, and you were probably just born, right?
Okay.
So like we had a garage sale at my grandparents' house, and my dad was selling a bunch of stuff, and so he was selling his 8-track player and his 8-tracks, and we were playing that until someone came and bought it.
I had vinyl. I played with vinyl. I played with cassettes. I played with, CDs, MP3s. I used to burn podcasts to CDs, John, and take a portable CD player and listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
That's a real thing I've done. Before I got an iPod.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know about them back then.
I'm MuggleCast.
Yeah, we've heard your complaints with them. So,
screw you guys.
So on a happier note, so I go around. I'm just not finding anything, but I knew of this antique place that I was going to stop by. I knew it was big, and I also knew that at the end of the day, I wasn't expecting to really find anything, and I was going to end up at the retro game store. So I go to this antique place, and this place is huge, and it's kind of like a flea market, like an indoor flea market. Like it's got a bunch of booths set up, but they're not being manned all the time. Like the people at the front, like have keys to get into the glass parts, and everything else you just kind of pick up, and it has like the booth number on it and the price and whatever. And they had so much cool stuff. I could have literally walked around that place for hours just looking at the old stuff.
I like cool places like that.
Here's the problem. Their prices were insane on everything. They had some mugs I was going to buy for beer mugs, but they're charging like 13 or 14 bucks for these beer mugs, and it wasn't anything that special. And
Yeah, because you could just go to like Walmart.
well, yeah, but I mean, these ones were older, and they had some stuff on them. They had a couple of Steins that were not too bad priced at one spot.
I get it. I get it, but I don't get it.
Yeah, well, but they had like a bunch of like old Snoopy stuff that I was going to look at for my wife because she loves collecting that stuff. Super high price stuff.
Yeah.
So I finally stumble across this one that has NES, Super Nintendo, N64. And some like Wii and stuff like that games, right? And it's behind the glass. I couldn't tell what price were, so I go to the front and I'm like, hey, there's this thing back there. Can I see how much they cost, whatever? And this one lady's like, yeah, I think they're $15. I'm like, what? And this other guy's like, oh no, I think they're all $4. I'm like, oh, if they're $4, I'm picking up. I'll pick up all of them. I would just take the whole lot home with me, right?
Yep.
But I mean, granted, there was like some Mario Duck Hunt ones. There's like a Mario Track and Field one. But then there was like Bad Dudes and TNC Surf Company and some other ones. I mean, nothing I really, really wanted. But there's a couple Super Nintendo ones that I would have been down for. So I go in, and the woman starts pulling it out, and she pulls out the two Super Nintendo ones, and they were like $18 a piece. And I was like, I'm not paying $18 for those here. Like, and I didn't. The internet on my phone was bad in this one spot. Like, it was kind of a dead spot for my connection, so I couldn't really look up the value of those.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm not paying that here right now, right? Like, especially not knowing. And so she starts pulling out the NES games, and there's a few of them that were $6 a piece, and those ones were the games themselves. I looked them up later, were worth between $5 and $7. So I mean, it wasn't terrible. But then Mario Duck Hunt, which a $5 game, they were charging like $16 for.
Yeah.
And I look at this lady, I'm like, this is a $5 game. Like, what the hell? And she's like, oh, they can charge whatever they want. It was like snooty attitude. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, I understand. Like, they can do whatever they want. But how they sell anything here? Well, they sell stuff all the time. I'm like, all right, screw you. Like, I'm gone. Like, I don't want to deal with these prices or you snooty little.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow,
yeah,
John.
yeah. Well, I mean, she just had this ad. I mean, granted, like I was probably coming across like, oh, what the hell, whatever, right? But also, like, she was like to death defending this place, and I'm like,
No, I hate when people do that.
yeah,
I hate when you go on like the exchange, like over here, right? And you'll like have them open the case because you can't see the price on one of the stickers, and you like they'll pull it out, and you're like, no. And they look at you like, what do you mean no? Like, no, that price is absurd. That's like almost double what I should pay for that. And they'll be like, you're like, hold on. You're just a dude who's hired to work here. What do you care?
yeah.
Like, what? Like, don't get offended by the price. I'm offended by the price, and you should be too. You just work here. Chill out. God dang it, people. Like, don't defend your minimum wage job where you sell video games for absurdly overpriced amounts to people who don't understand the actual value of things. Stop it. Stop defending them.
So
It's like when they try to sell
so
NESs
funny.
for $100. And I looked at the guy and I was like, no. The most I'm going to pay for that is like $45 for an NES. And he's like, no. I'm like, what world do you live in where that's okay?
Sean,
I can go down the street anywhere else and pay half that price.
Sean nailed it with the show's title. It's gonna be called "You're Just a Dude," parentheses, who's hired to work here. Okay.
It's true though.
So I leave that place.
It's completely true, and you know it.
No. I agree. Right. But so I ended up walking around a little bit more. I was looking at these old Pez dispensers, but I wasn't sure what I should pay for an old Pez dispenser. And even though it wasn't much, I still think it might have been overpriced. Yep. And I looked at a bunch of other stuff. I mean, they had a bunch of old toys and stuff. I mean, there was really cool. Like, I actually had a really good time looking around there until it got soured by, like, the lady's attitude and the stupid prices that these people were charging.
You know that weird defensive attitude that we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
That makes me leave, too.
Yeah. No. Yeah, 100%.
Because you're just a lady who's hired to work here as well. It's not even your booth.
You don't even have to be a dude who's hired to work here. You might be a lady who's hired to work here. It's 2017. You might have been a dude who was hired to work here and have now become a lady who's hired to work here.
Did you just say Ben became a lady?
No, I said it's 2017. You might have been a dude who was hired to work here and become a lady who's been hired to work here.
I was like, Ben became a lady? When did I miss this?
I
had him on Dude Swipe Right. I was pretty sure he was into ladies. I mean, he could be a lady into ladies. That's fine. Hi, Ben.
I'm trying to look. Okay. All right. So I leave there and I go to the retro game store. Now, first of all, I need to do a solid plug on this place, right? I also need to continue to do solid plugs on this place. This place is awesome. It's called Alternate Dimensions Gaming. I need to get with this guy and like convince him to get a website because he doesn't like he had one. He doesn't have one anymore. He doesn't have a Twitter. He has a Facebook.
Yeah.
And okay. Because people don't watch this chat, I have to point out what Sean is doing. So Sean says today's episode needs to be you're just a dude, who's hired to work here. Wednesday episodes need to be you're just a woman, or you're just a lady, who's hired to work here. And Friday's episode's gonna be called, oh, you own the place? Okay, so it's called Alternate Dimensions. You can find him on Facebook. He said, like, if you live somewhere where you don't have a good retro game store around you, he can get almost anything, and he's willing to do shipping. Awesome guy, willing to, like, because of where this place is, he doesn't have to charge as high prices as, like, the one that's closer to me. Like, there's one that's close to me, but it's in Friendswood. And Friendswood's a little bit more uppity, like, a little bit more old money is there.
Are you telling me the next time you're there, you can ship me things? Like, through him?
If there's anything you're particularly looking for, yeah. Yeah, and he's more, and so here's the cool thing, and so after all
I
this,
still need to make a spreadsheet, dude. I need a spreadsheet with everything I want on it, with like check boxes and prices for stores. Like,
okay,
I need to do this.
I started doing that this weekend.
Oh,
I
was
went
that fun.
Well, it was fun and frustrating because I went through on the NES games, and I made a list. I think I've hit a list of all the ones I really want to get, and some of them are obscure titles, right? Or there might be commons, but they're not ones I necessarily play as a kid, but they're ones I want. And I started doing a Super Nintendo one, but what I started doing is going through all my emulators and like trying games out because I just don't know if I want to put certain ones on my list, and that's what's taking forever. So
see, that's why I just make the list.
Yeah. So anyway, if you have a retro game store, or you don't have a retro game store around you, and you want something that's good quality, quality price and stuff like that, look up Alternate Dimensions Gaming on Facebook.
That's such a cool name. Look, I'm not bashing the guy because he owns the place.
Yeah.
Right. Clearly, but we had a card shop over here called Alternate Reality.
Oh
we had another store called like Alternate World of Building or something. Like, just all right.
Here's the thing: I don't know if he named this place. He bought it from somebody who owned it, but was only open a couple days a week and just wasn't putting time into it. And so he bought it from them.
We have a pizza place over here called Angelo's Pizza. Shout out to those guys. One, they put Dr. Pepper in the crust, so spoiler alert, it's really good, but I know the secret. But here's the thing. It's maybe the best pizza place ever, okay? It's super overpriced, but it's so good that it's okay for it to be really expensive, okay? Best pizza place ever. You will not top it. If you ever come here, you'll be like, yeah, that's the best pizza I've ever had. But the place, when he bought it, it just had a sign on the front that said Angelo's Pizza. he had no money to change the sign, so he just had to stick with Angelo's Pizza.
Oh, nice.
But now he's like, like expanding to this. But now he's stuck with this name, Angelo's Pizza, that he didn't come up with. It's funny.
So anyway, so this place really good. Guy gives good prices. He's always giving me like the military discount for being a veteran and stuff like that. But also, as places should like this, as you buy more games, prices come down. Right? He starts bundling deals. So I go in there. It's got a few people in there, and I hate when I walk in there and there's people there, right? Because let's be honest, like I'm kind of an asshole, and I don't want to see most of the people that are his clients. Right? He's really cool.
Yeah.
He's like super extreme. He's got like all the earrings and craziness and stuff like that. But the people that go in there a lot of times just make me want to scream. So I go in there. There's a couple people in there. They end up leaving. So I call him over, and he and I start looking at like the common stuff, because I just wanted a bunch of common stuff. Like I didn't want anything that's paying high dollar for. Just want to get a bunch of common stuff or whatever. So I picked up 7 games. All right. I'm trying to remember because I didn't bring them all down here with me. I got King Griffey Jr. MLB for the Super Nintendo. My favorite baseball game of all time, I think. The only real player in the whole game is King Griffey Jr., but the game is fantastic. Speaking of baseball, my Astros are in the World Series starting tomorrow.
Calm down, John.
Oh, so excited. Second time. You know what? They might be the first team. I need to look this up, but the first team to go to the World Series in the AL and in the NL. Because they used to be in the National League. Now they're in the American League. Anyway, they've never won.
Down, John.
We're going to see. They're going to probably get destroyed. Anyway, so I got that. I got Spy versus Spy, which is a game I used to love renting as a kid. And I put it in recently. Like after I bought it, I put it in. And I'm like, I don't remember how to play this game. It's really bizarre. But I'm glad I have it. Like it's a game I'm happy to have. I got Wizards and Warriors, which I'd never played before. And he's like, dude, you need Wizards and Warriors. So I picked that one up.
Okay.
I picked up Little Nemo and the bedtime story. I don't know. Little Nemo and something or another. The Dreamscape is so the one was for the Super Nintendo, the baseball game. Everything else is for the original Nintendo. All right. So I picked up Little Nemo. I picked up Spy Hunter, which is like a driving game that's really cool. I picked up Base Wars, which was probably my favorite baseball game on the original Nintendo. Like you're these robots, and if you get tagged out, you have to fight, and whichever one of you wins is either safe or out, right? And it's like super cool. And the pitching, you can like throw the ball and have it basically come from like behind the plate and come through. Like the pitching is bizarre.
So we've confirmed that John doesn't like regular sports games.
No. Well, King of Junior baseball is a regular sports game. It's great.
Yeah, no, but John likes weird football games where everything's on an angle, but I'll still
dude,
till the end of the day.
I will never back down from the fact that it's the best football game for the NES, right? And I have it boxed, and it's beautiful. Thank you, Jeremy. Good. So anyway, I bought these games, 7 games, and like I was like, look, this is how much money I have, and the games was definitely over that amount of money. He's like, oh, let's see if I can make it fit in that budget, and so he like cuts down the game values like on his computer screen to make it like match the amount of cash I had. Which was great. So
and that's the way those stores should run.
It is, and that's exactly what he was saying. Right? It's like this is how we should do it. When people come in here and buy more, they should get a better deal on it.
Right.
And so I ended up about $6 or $7 under like what the total value should have been. Right?
Yeah, but he still made money.
Yeah. No, he still did fine. Still did fine. But you know what I was looking at while I was there? They had Contra, but Contra's gone up to like $40.
Doesn't it scare you when you see things like that? When you're like, I could have bought it for 25 at some point.
Yeah, they had that, and they also have for the Genesis, they have Contra Hardcore, which I want to get because I'm either going to get a Genesis or I'm going to get a Retron 5 sometime in the next couple months. And a few other things. So I'm tempted to go back there this week with like $100 and just drop some more money. Oh, but you know what else comes in the mail today?
What?
My box. My box, my monthly retro game box thing.
Please record this and put it on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because I want your honest to God reaction when you open the box.
Okay. I thought about holding it. I thought about holding it to the show. So like if it came in the mail tomorrow, I would hold it.
We could do it on the show. That's fine too.
Well, but I don't know if I want to let it just sit there for a whole day.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
Okay, I will try to record. I'll try to record a video.
Even just set up your phone. Just
That's a good idea.
Point your phone at you and the box, and I don't need like a professional unboxing video. I just need like you to open up stuff and like pull it out of the show the camera.
You just need me to open up stuff and pull it out for you, Dave?
Yep, just open it up and pull it out for me, John.
Oh. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Dave. Dave, we've been going for a while. We're going to do the Wikipedia thing after the music so we can get the music going.
Okay, sure.
Oh, man. So, yeah. Alternate dimensions.
Me,
this is the last thing I was going to say about alternate dimensions. So the guy was like, hey, because I was telling him about, doing the show, which I had talked to him about it before. And he's like, hey, look, if you ever need to borrow anything that I have, he's like,
what?
Just let me know. You can borrow it, take it home, use it. All I need is a solid plug out of it. And so, yeah.
What?
Yeah, so I don't know what I would need to borrow that he has, but if there's something that we want to talk about and he has it, I can borrow it, use it, bring it back, plug the show, possibly just bring back money instead of bringing back the item. So
let me get his Facebook and let me converse with him a little bit.
Yeah, well, you might just want to call him to converse them. I don't think he does anything personally.
I'll call him. That's fine.
But like, if I want to,
give me the number for the store. I'll call him.
Yeah, but if I want to start doing like some more like retro game reviews or do like the Super Scope review, I think he's got a Super Scope that works.
Does he have a Virtual Boy? Because I gotta touch it.
I don't think he has a working Virtual Boy. So I don't know, but I'm excited. Like I want to go in and look around, but we need to figure out like what we want to do and what I have time to do and stuff like that, right? And I also probably need like a CRT TV, like an old school TV. But I kind of need that anyway. So okay, I'm
gonna converse with this guy. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, and you just let him know like what your connection is, and we can come up with some stuff and see when we can. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put his link to his Facebook in the show notes today.
Yeah, no, that's what we're gonna do.
So I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to some music. Hold on.
Back in my day, we listened to things like NSYNC were the boy bands and Backstreet Boys.
And Backstreet Boys.
All
right. So today,
Streets back. All right.
By the way, so I've moved all my sound stuff to my other computer, which is going to be kind of nice, so I can just do touchscreen stuff on it.
That's the way it should be.
But I realized that like last week, our last episode, I think I played a song that I had played before. I played the wrong Castlevania song, and by doing it this way, because this is where I keep my spreadsheet of all the music, I can do that easier. So today's music though is from the String Player Gamer. And as always, if you go to forgetbeingcool.com, this is episode 61. You can scroll down. You'll see a little picture of Cartman, funny enough. I think it's Cartman. Maybe not. I don't know my South Park characters. But this song is from South Park. It's a South Park rock medley from the String Player Gamer. Click on there. It'll take you to where you can buy it and add some stuff, and it'll tweet to him. All these good things. Here is South Park rock medley, which I think I picked because the South Park game just came out recently, and I didn't time it exactly with when the game came out. Enjoy. Have fun. All right, that was wow, coming in hot there. Let's turn that down some. Well, that was the South Park rock medley, and people in the chat sitting there throwing out the names of the songs as they were playing.
Blame Canada.
Yeah. Don't we all blame Canada? It's sad we can't really just blame Canada anymore because now it's just becoming more our fault.
Yeah, can we blame America?
Just all of North America. That way, that way, Canada gets a little blame.
No, let's blame this country, John.
Okay.
Just this country of
and those clowns and those clowns in Congress. Which sounds like we're going political for a second. If you don't listen to Jordan Jesse Go, but if you do listen to Jordan Jesse Go, you'll understand why I said that. Hey, while we were jamming out, I looked through Twitter and I saw a couple things of interest I wanted to bring up with you real quick.
Oh, okay.
One, apparently there's going to be an Animal Crossing mobile direct, a Japanese one on the 25th.
Is it? That's stupid.
So I mean, maybe they'll put up.
Okay. Number one, please don't do region-specific directs because the entire world is watching you, Nintendo.
Yeah, well, I assume they're going to have like a translator or something, right?
No. This means they're going to do a Japanese direct.
Yeah, but
they would specify it as, even if they had a translator, they would specify it as an American thing. But we're all going to watch it.
That's true. So anyway, who knows?
Matter they do that specific. Okay. Anyway,
I'm somewhat excited though.
I really am excited. I think Animal Crossing belongs on mobile.
Oh, also, I'm hoping this means an Animal Crossing game will be coming to the Switch. And I've never played Animal Crossing, but I kind of want to if they're going to put a good one out.
It looks like Nintendo Talk with Bobby Pauls is now on Google Play. At least that's what I'm looking at, I think.
Okay.
That's my update from Twitter.
Oh, no. My second update, the other thing I saw that I thought was really interesting, and I forgot to bring it up. So today is the day, supposedly, that the Ojo is supposed to go up on Indiegogo. I think that's supposed to be today. The Ojo being the Switch dock that's also a projector that you can also plug other stuff into.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited because I want to know what this is going to cost. And if it's going to be a reasonable price, I'm 100% in on this.
Blow me up when this happens.
I will. But it's going to go up Indiegogo now. I don't know when it's supposed to come out. But it looks really cool. It looks like they're putting a lot into it. I'm very hopeful for this.
Reasonable price.
But I don't know what reasonable price is. Because I think it's a projector. And it's a projector you can use for anything. Like anything with HDMI, you can use it for this.
I want $200.
I mean, I would like $150.
Yeah, well, I was putting my maximum that I would even consider it.
See, 200 might be stretching it for me because I don't need it. And also,
that's the problem with all the other HDMI projectors you can buy.
Yeah, well, you know what I was thinking though is if I had that, I could put like a screen in my room in my office, and have it pointed at that. So anytime I played anything, I could just use that as the other screen. Like use that as my game playing screen up on a wall pretty big, and then, be recording whatever through the computer.
You'd regret that.
Maybe. But even if I did, I would still have a projector that I could use in my backyard or something, because it's battery powered. So you don't have to have it plugged in. You can literally take it with you anywhere. It'll last a few hours.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and have your Switch plugged into it. Okay. Dave, are you ready for a segment I like to call Doing It with Dave?
Sure.
Which is today's name for the for the Wikipedia random article.
I feel like you already used this. I feel like you've already run out of names.
I didn't know. I didn't use Doing It with Dave. Why would I have ever said Doing It with Dave before right now?
Sean?
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Today's random thing is the Red Bull Cape Fear. The Red Bull Cape Fear is a surfing competition held at a local Sydney break called Cape Fear in the southern side of Botany Bay at Cape Solander. Known locally as Ours, it became the site of the Red Bull Big Wave surfing competition in August 2014 called Red Bull Cape Fear. Richie Vakulik competed against fellow local Evan Fox and Mark Matthews. It's funny it says Mark Matthews, parentheses, surfer, as in there must be another famous Mark Matthews somewhere that you're like, oh, he competed against the professional golf player. No, you're talking about the surfer.
Could be the same Mark Matthews though.
Yeah, and it looks like it's in heats. Why? This is dumb looking. Round 1, this section is empty. Round 2, this section is empty. Round 3, you have heat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then round 4. This is a really dumb Wikipedia page for this. I'm disappointed.
I think we've talked about surfing. I want to do it.
Did I tell you I tried once?
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
That's why I don't have nipples anymore.
I'm pretty sure it's the hanging clothes from your nipples with your nipple rings when you were a child, John.
It could be. Dave, why are you all the way on the side of your camera right now?
To annoy you.
No, seriously.
Because I moved.
Okay.
I'll move back, John. Would you like me to move back?
I mean, it's just weird that you're like hugging the edge of your camera. You could have just moved the camera and you would have been fine.
Here you go, John. Are you happy now?
I mean, as happy as I'm ever gonna be.
Get happy, John. Jesus.
Can I get
Relax.
good? Can I get good
Breathe.
instead?
Breathe,
Dave,
John. It's gonna be okay.
Dave,
We're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're a podcast team.
We are a podcast team. Dave, the movies coming out this week are real light.
Yeah.
So there's
because like Thor Ragnarok comes out in 2 weeks.
So there's 3 movies coming out this week according to IMDb. I'm sure there's other little ones, but I want IMDb because that's going to have the big ones, the only ones we want to talk about, right?
Okay, I'm ready.
So Jigsaw is coming out, which I don't know. Is this a retelling or a prequel or whatever for Saw?
Whatever it is sounds dumb.
See, here's my problem. I love the Saw movies. I understand they're bad. Don't get me wrong. I understand they are what they are, but I have watched them all. I have actually binge watched them all, and I absolutely love them.
I only saw 3, and I only sort of kind of watched it.
So you need to watch the first Saw, because the first Saw was actually really well done.
Yeah, I believe that.
And after that,
Like Paranormal Activity? Like the first one was good, and then the rest were kind of dumb?
I don't know if I ever saw Criminal Activity.
No, Paranormal Activity.
Oh, I don't know how much of the Paranormal Activity I saw.
Only the first one's worth it.
Okay.
The rest suck.
Okay. But anyways, that's coming out.
And watch the first one with the theater ending, the one from the theaters.
The
theatrical. There's the word.
Yeah.
Speaking words on a podcast. I talk for a living.
The next one I've never actually heard of. Maybe not. Okay, so the next one's called Suburbicon.
Whoa.
It's a convention of everything in the suburbs. You go look at houses and you go look at couches.
This sounds boring.
Street lights. No, it's not about that at all.
I'm already bored.
It's a home invasion rattles a quiet family town. Now,
already bored.
But hold on a second. Now, this is what makes it intriguing, and then I'm going to tell you what makes it not so intriguing. What makes it intriguing is that the director is George Clooney.
Whoa.
And the star of the movie is one of his good friends, Matt Damon.
Oh.
And there's also Julianne Moore, Oscar Isaac, and I don't know who Jack Connelly is. It's got...
Let me throw out a prediction here.
Okay.
This is that movie that they wanted to make. They all wanted to make this movie together. But they had to make some other movies that would actually do well. And then they realized, like, after making this movie, they're like, yeah, that wasn't that great. But we still made it, so we might as well put it out still.
Or, I mean, it could be. It could be. I mean, or it could be that little indie-ish flick that's got a very small niche group that's going to love it. Like,
yeah,
it could
I bet
be...
it does, but that doesn't make it good.
No. Well, I mean, it makes it good to some people. I mean, no.
All cult classics are terrible. All of them.
I don't know if I can argue against that, I guess. I'd have to think of what some cult ones that I really like are and which ones are actually defined as cult. But here's the problem. This has a 46 Metascore right now. That's not good.
Yep, nope. Give me garbage.
I'll check it out when it's on Netflix. Here, the last one that's coming out has a bunch of people I don't know who they are in it. And it's called Novitate. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Set in the early 1960s and during the era of the Vatican II, a young woman in training to become a nun struggles with issues of faith and changing church and sexuality. That could be entertaining for the wrong reasons.
Sounds like it's about Ben.
About
Callback?
oh, no, I did that. No, you called back to something you misheard.
If you were a lady, John.
If I was a lady, I have that. I have that around here somewhere. No, I don't have that one. I have this one.
I do, but I can't play
okay,
it.
let's say you and I were to do it just for humor purposes, right? Like my wife knowing and everything. Yeah, I had that one. All right, Dave. It is time for.
I'm not a nerd. I'm a video game enthusiast.
Let's see what's coming out this week. I'm trying to take.
Sheldon Forgotten.
No, that's next week. No, dude, I am so hyped to talk about my Sheldon Forgotten game and my bingeable show. I am so hyped to talk about both of those on Wednesday. Hopefully,
I got an okay game. It's all right.
oh, my game is fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about what's coming out. I know you're real excited because Deer Hunter Reloaded is coming out to PS4 and Xbox One and PC.
Whoa. Actually, I like Deer Hunter games. If this is any good, I'd want it.
I want to play a Deer Hunter game, but I want like the Super Scope from the NES as like my controller. Like I want a like rocket launch looking gun to play the game with.
I want a Time Crisis game for the Switch.
Ooh, you could almost do that with the Joy-Cons as like controllers.
Yes, you can. You totally could.
I'd play that with you. I wouldn't want to play it by myself.
No, Time Crisis is mostly fun with two people.
Yeah.
Do you like Time Crisis? Because that's one of my favorite things to play at the arcade.
Yeah, if I'm playing with someone else, I have a good time playing that stuff.
All right, sweet.
Okay. Destiny 2 is finally coming to PC this week.
Whoa. Who cares?
Oh.
It's a garbage game.
Okay, let's go through a bunch of these that I don't want to mention because I know how you feel about them. Just Dance 2018 is coming out for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Wii U, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and the Wii. The original ass Wii.
Not the Wii U?
No, I said that one too.
Okay, good.
But just the fact that it's also coming out on the Wii is insane.
The Wii's gonna get games forever, dude.
I mean, you say that, but it's going to get these kind of games forever. Like, it's not going to keep getting other new games.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But Just Dance is about to go on for the rest of forever. Because there's people who buy this.
Yeah.
I know people who buy this every year. And they're still playing it on their original Wiis. John, this is a real thing that people do.
I know. It's bizarre. I don't understand it.
It actually sells. I like to make the joke that like nobody buys that for Wii. No. There's tons of people who still buy that for Wii. It's the only thing they buy for their Wii. They have every Just Dance game for the Wii that ever got released.
My daughter keeps wanting me to get Just Dance games. If I got one, I'd get it for the Xbox One because I do still have my Kinect set up. And that's got to be the best way to play a Just Dance game because it's actually watching your body move. Right?
I don't think it's good on anything.
No, but I'm saying, like, if I were to get it for my kids, that's what I'd get.
I tried it, and I like DDR. Like, I think DDR is one of the most fun games of all time.
Because you're a teenage girl?
No, John, because it's a good freaking game.
Dude, that is not true.
Play it.
I have.
Yeah, but you don't like fun games, John.
Oh, that's right. That's my problem.
Because you're a boring person, John.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. On the Switch, a game called Night Terrors is coming out. I haven't looked it up, but the picture's really cool looking.
Don't judge a game by its cover.
I know that gets you in trouble. But also coming out on PS4, Windows, and Switch, which is weird. It doesn't say Xbox anywhere on that. Knights of Azure 2, and the only reason I bring this one up is because the second half of the name, Bride of the New Moon, that's just a good name. Oh, you know what else we can buy? And if it was like $10, I would consider it just for funsies. Rugby 18. I want to play a rugby game, but I don't want to pay more. Actually, I don't want to pay more than like $2 or $3. I want to play a rugby game just so I can be sitting there confused as hell.
But I want a modern rugby game for $3. Like,
yeah.
I want this one.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Imagine if they put the attention that they put into like Madden into this.
Yeah.
But they don't. They don't.
No, because it's not going to sell as much. There's another. Have you heard of a game called This Is the Police? I think it's like a Steam game, and I keep seeing it pop up places. It's coming to Switch, and I'm getting worried about the
The overabundance of crap on the Switch? Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like some of this stuff is iOS ports. Like the Beach Buggy Racing I have is an iOS port. It might be on Google Play too, I don't know. But like it's good, and I'm glad it's there, and I'm glad I own it, and I've had a lot of fun playing it. But I don't want a bunch of these Steam, like it's just gonna get, it worries me.
Nintendo, you need to make a category for this stuff.
Yeah, just a category called like crap.
Shovelware. Indie.
People no,
make a section called Nindy and make a section called Indie and separate the two.
Oh yeah.
And that's the best way to do it. Or like make sure these are like other. Like just put them in the other category that nobody goes to on PS4.
Ooh, here's a cool game for the PSVR called Stunt Kite Masters.
Dude, PlayStation VR was dead before it even hit store shelves. The only game you got for PS4 VR was Resident Evil 7.
I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out what this. I hope it doesn't start playing a bunch of stuff.
You got the Batman experience, and that was it. That was all that came to PlayStation VR, and that's a guy who does a show basically surrounding harmonics and everything they do, and they even put out a thing on VR, and nobody gives a crap about it because it was $25 to sit on the beach and play with the water. Hi, John.
Hi. I'm glad you had your rant. I'm glad you had your rant. There's another game coming, and
that's my job. That's my position on a podcast. I just rant. Have you talked to Adam Leonard?
No, I know. And your PS4 hate whatever. So for $10, there's a game coming out called Violet. And I'm looking at it right now in the store. It actually looks really cool. It could be garbage, though. Don't be wrong. It could be garbage. I'm not trying to pimp this. Assassin's Creed Origins comes out this week. On the 27th, which is Friday. Oh my God. I forgot. The 27th is a big day.
Yeah.
Mario
Odyssey.
The Bowser amiibo comes out. Little Nightmares PS4 and Xbox One Complete Edition comes out. Here's the thing with these amiibos, these wedding amiibos.
So they just paid off.
I just don't want them. Like I do, but oh man, I'm coming through real hot here. I do want them, but at the same time, like I don't need those ones.
How do you not need them? We don't even know what they do in the game.
No, I don't care what they do in the game. Like I don't plan on using any amiibo for any game stuff. I want the original just Super Mario line of these guys.
Yeah, but they're gonna have the red bases. They're gonna match.
Oh, whatever. Rugby 18 again. Okay, so Super Mario Odyssey comes out on Friday. So excited. Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, comes out on Friday. I will be waiting on Switch for that one.
Who cares about anything else that comes out that day other than Mario?
Okay, here's the thing. For people who don't have a Switch, Wolfenstein 2 is going to be a big one. The Assassin's Creed is going to be a big one.
I disagree with you, John.
No.
I don't think anybody cares.
I
think everybody who likes gaming wants Mario that day and nothing else.
Okay, so first of all, that's living in a hole, right?
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right, let's calm down how serious I am, John.
But what you have to understand is like there are people that don't have a Switch, and the people who don't have a Switch don't care if Mario's coming out because they can't even play it, right? They might care later on when they have a Switch, and there's people out there that just don't care about Mario, right? There's people there are gamers out there, not most of the ones that we interact with all the time, but there are gamers out there that just don't care about Nintendo, don't care about Mario. And for those people, Wolfenstein 2 and Assassin's Creed are both going to be big games for them.
Whatever.
When's this weekend? The 23rd,
I'm going to play Mario.
30th. Yeah, no. That's all. That's what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna be playing Mario. Like I said, I'm not getting Wolfenstein 2, and I'll probably end up getting on the Switch eventually. I need to play through the other Wolfenstein games first, which is why I just don't care to have it yet.
I feel like this is gonna make me play my Switch again. Really?
Oh, 100%.
I feel like I'm gonna take my Switch with me places again.
100%.
I have an hour lunch break. Like I can play Mario at lunch.
You can, because you're that cool.
There's a guy at work who'll be really bummed out. I told him, here's the conversation of events I had with this guy at work. It's great. I go, "Did you get your Switch yet?" Because he keeps telling me how much he wants to play Zelda. Like he's like, I need Zelda. I'm like, well, get it. Like, go get it. Target has Switches. They go in stock just go in the morning to Target. You'll get one. And I told him, I go, "Did you get your Switch yet? Because Mario comes out this week." He goes, "Man, I'm over Mario games." I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Like, really?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, when was the last time you played Mario?" He goes, "Oh, that's right. I did play Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Wii. Man, those games were really fun." I was like, "Yeah, you don't want Mario. All right, fine. Fine. Don't get Mario." Clearly he wanted it.
Oh.
And then he's sitting there in the break room watching Mario videos. Like, all right, buddy. You don't need Mario. You're just over it. You're over Mario. Mario's dumb. He's like, nothing will ever compare to Mario 64. I'm like, oh, this will.
Yeah, and I think this will. And here's where I get excited about Mario the most, right? And we'll kind of, if you're good with it, we'll kind of start ending it on this kind of note. I didn't play Mario 64 that much when it first came out because I didn't have a 64. Like that's kind of where I went away for Nintendo for just a short period of time.
That's when I got my PS1.
And I never played Mario Sunshine until in the last year or something, like a year ago maybe. Like when we were doing Sheldon Forgotten, I played it. Mm-hmm. I did play the Mario Galaxy games, right? Now, I really liked 64, what I played of it. I really liked Sunshine. Now, Sunshine, it had its issues.
Sunshine is my favorite Mario game.
And I'm not gonna say it's my favorite necessarily, but I understand that. Like I can see how that is. And it had its issues, but I really, really enjoyed it. I did not like the Galaxy games very much. And here's my issue, and we're gonna take some major flack from this from if no one else. Sean.
We already have.
But what killed me with that is it's a 3D Mario game, but it's really not. Like it's 3D in the way you can look around and you have a slight opens up, but it's a linear game, like super, super linear. Where the other ones, you could go into the world and there'd be 5 different challenges that you could do.
I've seen very little of Odyssey. I'm purposely not watching very much of it, but this looks like Zelda Breath of the Wild meets Mario.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I quite call it that, but it is. You
were going into these couple big giant hubs that are huge, and you're exploring to collect moons. That's it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It is just big open world exploratory unlock and find things. Like you have to make a stack of Goombas that you're controlling, and you have to walk up to this place where there's a Goomba up really high, and talk to him, and then you get a moon for that. Like, this is what it is. And if you're not on board with the puzzly aspect of this 3D platformer that you're about to get, maybe you won't like it, but I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready for something that's more like the 64, more like the Sunshine, as far as just the way it's played, the openness. You can kind of go do whatever you want. I'm excited. I will play it day one, provided it gets here before I go to work that night. If not, I'll play it the next day. I'm hoping to drag it out though. Like I'm hoping to make it last longer.
I feel like it's gonna be my game that I'm playing for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. It'll be good.
I hope I never beat it.
I don't know if I want to say that. But
I never like beating anything because then I feel like I should never play it again.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know. Is that kind of weird?
Okay.
But when I 100% things, I never go back. Ever. I'll never go back to things I've 100%ed. John, because this is Forget Being Cool on an AM radio brought to you in part by the Day Space Podcast Network. Available on 102.7.
Available on 102.7. Can you hear the music better right now?
That would be FM, wouldn't it be? AM. What is Radio Disney?
I don't know. 610. That's an AM station. 720. That's where you get to hear all the super conservative talk radio in Houston.
No. AM radios are 4 digits over here.
What? No, they should. Well, no, they can go up that high, but
Radio Disney was 1180 or something.
Yeah, they can go up that high, but all the ones I ever listened to are.
Is Radio Disney still a thing?
I don't know.
I gotta find an AM radio now and find out. Anyway, I'm Dave Moore. That's Jonny Casino.
Oh man, this show's been a show. It's been a show.
We'll see you guys on Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Yeah,
on the Space YouTube channel, where we'll talk about shells and forgots and binge bowl thingies. And I watched a really weird show. I can't wait to talk about it.
Oh god, me too. I'm so excited.
Although you've watched it, so it's not going to be that exciting.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm Dave Moore. That's Jonny Casino. ForgetBeingCool.com. That's it.
Yes,
The
you
dog.
have your own commentary. You've been narrated by Dayspace. Dayspace. Dayspace.
You know, I was gonna make a joke, and then you played that thing. So just forget it.
There we go. Let me figure out how to make it.